Welcome my viewers and subscribers. I will be teaching you how to play the Stafford Gambit. Opening traps in the Stafford Gambit. It goes like this: e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6. Symmetrical opening. And this is the Petrov defense. The Stafford Gambit derived from the Petrov defense. So after knight takes, main line in the Petrov defense is pawn to d6. And if knight back, then knight takes pawn. And if knight takes, which is a bad move, queen e2, knight back, then knight c6, discovered attack, discovered check on the king, and if bishop blocks, knight takes queen, and if queen blocks, knight takes queen. But that's the Petrov defense. Today you will be learning the opening trap in the Stafford Gambit. So Stafford Gambit, knight c6 signify the Stafford Gambit. So after knight takes, you're going to play d times, breaching the opening principles by capturing towards the center, but this time you're going to play d times c6. Yes, now we're giving the bishop space to move, freeing up the queen and getting ready to castle. So now the knight is under attack. If pawn to d3, bishop c5. If white just play normal moves, bishop g5, which is a bad move. Black plays knight times e4 on pin, and if bishop takes queen, then bishop times f2 check, king e2, then bishop g4 checkmate. Beautiful checkmate. So let's go back again. Knight takes, pawn d3, bishop c5, bishop g4, knight times e4, and if bishop back, then bishop takes bishop, pawn takes, then queen h4 check, if king e2, then queen f2 checkmate. And if pawn to g3, knight takes g3, pawn takes g3, then end up winning a rook, and that's winning for black. So after knight takes, pawn d3, bishop c5, bishop g5, knight takes, e4, and if pawn takes e4, then you play bishop takes f2 check. If king takes bishop, then you win the queen, queen takes queen. And if king e2, then you still play the same move, bishop g4 check, skewering the king to the queen. King takes, then you win the queen, and that's clearly winning for black. Alright, after knight takes knight, pawn takes d3, bishop c5. If white plays knight to c3, which is a normal move, then black can now play knight to g4, attacking the f2 pawn. Right? And if f3, is still playing knight in, attacking the queen and the rook. So this is a double attack. Queen move, then you win the rook. And also, if bishop here, then you play knight takes, pawn takes, then bishop takes. Winning back material, and this bishop is a very strong bishop. So you're giving an eye on the king in the center. So you're stopping the king from castling. And that's the opening trap in the Stafford Gambit. So please remember to click like and subscribe for more opening traps.